I/O interface, we learned that the I/O and auxiliary storage devices are connected to the computer system through an I/O interface. In the past, the I/O interface usually differed from manufacturer to manufacturer. However, today PCs and workstations are widely used, so fundamental I/O interfaces have become standardized. Because of this, it has become relatively easy to attach a variety of I/O devices to computers. If the I/O interface is the standardized, even newly developed devices will have the advantage of being connectable. Under these circumstances, users will be able to buy peripherals, I/O devices and auxiliary storage devices made by different manufacturers and connect them to PCs. In order to make it happen, the standardized I/O interfaces are of critical importance to PCs and their peripherals. There are the following I/O interfaces available as industrial and de facto standards. One, RS-232C, recommended standard 232C and its successor RS-232DE. One of the standards set down by the USEIA, Electronic Industries Association, is the interface for sending data 1 bit at a time for serial transmissions. It is a long-lasting standard, originally defined for connecting terminal to modems. Two, Centronics interface. The interface proposed by the U.S. Centronics Data Computer Company for the simultaneous parallel transmission of 8 bits for connecting printers. Almost all computers have adapted this interface for connecting printers, but it is fading away. 3. SCSI, Small Computer System Interface. SCSI is pronounced SCSI. This interface was designed to connect small-sized computers, PCs and magnetic disk devices, etc. When a high-speed data transfer connection between the peripheral devices is needed, it is an 8-bit parallel transmission interface that was standardized by the ANSI, American National Standards Institute. Up to 8 devices, including the main computer, can be daisy-chained together by cabling, and the device at the end of the daisy chain must be terminated with a terminator resistor. Termination prevents an echo effect from electrical noise and reflected data at the end of the chain, which can cause interference with data transmission. In addition, the number of bits that can be transferred was increased, and there are the SCSI 2 and SCSI 3 standards which are aimed at higher speeds. Four, GPIB, General Purpose Interface Bus. Proposed and standardized by the U.S. IEEE, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. It is a parallel transmission interface for connecting measurement devices, etc. Five, USB, Universal Serial Bus. This is a serial interface which supports connection of many peripherals such as keyboards, mouses, hard disks and printers. Currently predominant is USB 2.0, which supports high-speed data transfer rates, and most PCs support this interface. Using a hybrid is possible to connect a maximum of 127 peripherals in a tree structure. Data transfer rates are 1.5 megabit per second in low-speed mode, 12 megabit per second in full-speed mode and 480 megabit per second in high-speed mode. It provides hot plug functionality which allows the plug to be removed or inserted while the power is on. In addition, USB 3.0 supporting up to 5 gigabit per second is announced. 6. IEEE 1394. This was originally introduced for connecting to digital video cameras. It is also known as FireWire. Recently, products such as hard disks and DVD drives have been announced as supporting this interface. It supports transfer rates of 100 megabit per second, 200 megabit per second, 400 megabit per second, 800 megabit per second and even up to 3200 megabit per second, and as with USB, supports hot plugging. 7. ATA, Autopy. ATA, Autopy is a parallel interface standard which enables connection of CD-ROM drive and DVD drive as well as internal hard disks. Currently it has reached the limit of speed enhancements. 8. Serial ATA. As the ATA standard has reached the limit of speed enhancements, the transfer format was simplified to serial transfer and speeding up was designed in to give the serial ATA standard. Also known as SATA, it supports transfer rates of 1.5 gigabit per second, 3 gigabit per second and 6 gigabit per second. 9. IRDA, Infrared Data Association. IRDA is an association promoting the standardization of wireless communication based on infrared. The association standard is referred to by the same name. It is used in medical instrumentation, test and measurement equipment, notebook computers and cell phones. 10. Bluetooth. Bluetooth is a wireless communication standard using radio waves in the 2.4 GHz range. In contrast to IRDA's infrared, as it uses omnidirectional radio waves, communication is possible even through barriers. With a relatively short range of up to 10 meters, it is used to communicate between PCs, cell phones and home electric appliances, and the like. Bluetooth 3.0 supports up to 24 megabit per second. PC cards. PC cards are IC memory cards that were developed to put memory into notebook computers. Recently, there are cards for SCSI adapters to attach auxiliary storage devices, Ethernet adapters for LAN, etc. You can easily increase the usability for your PC with the devices that are contained in these small cards. Many notebook computers have interfaces, slots, to insert these PC cards. However, they are being replaced with Express Card interface, which is a successor to PC card. There are 3 sizes of cards: Type 1, Type 2 and Type 3. The width and depth of them are the same. Only the thickness is different.